Aloha loves. This is Ryan of Transform with Ryan, and welcome back. And do I have an amazing treat for all of you beautiful souls today and another day later this week? I am doing an extended, joint, collaborative, expansive, amazing reading with none other than the beautiful and the amazing KylinLight. What up, Kylan?
Hi, Ryan. Hi.
Why don't we tell them what type of reading we're doing together? The first one is going to be about love and marriage. Makes me think of that show, Married with Children. I don't know if you remember that show from way back in the day. The song was like, love and marriage, love and marriage. So, Kylan is going to be doing which part, love?
I'm doing love because marriage is like your thing.
So it'll be two parts. Please make sure you check out Kylan's first part of the reading with the love aspect, and then come on over to my channel and check out the marriage part. And because this is such a brilliant idea, we are going to do another joint reading, and this one will be about Kylan. Drumroll, why don't you tell them what it is?
Career and finances.
Bringing in that money, honey. Make sure you also check out some of Kylan's other readings. She does really, really amazing readings, particularly the yes, no questions. So make sure you enjoy a few of those as well. So without further ado, why don't we jump right in?
Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to this extended reading on love and marriage. And we are going to find out, group one, what is married life going to be like for you? All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle this. And we're going to get sort of the first idea of what is the core magic in your marriage. Okay, what is the core magic in this marriage to your future spouse? And you have victory. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. And so what I'm seeing in your amazing marriage coming up is that you and your future spouse will actually support each other with your goals, whatever challenges or obstacles that you each face in your own personal lives, and perhaps even as a couple, right? And what is so beautiful about your relationship is you will overcome these challenges, okay? You will become victorious in your own personal journey and your journey together as a couple. And so I'm really feeling here that, this partnership, this marriage that you two have is one in which you will never lose. I mean, isn't that like a beautiful thing? Like, you will never lose. You will always be able to come out on top if you remember that you are powerful together. Okay? That's the whole point of this marriage, this union, right? Is that it's two beautiful, wonderful, complete souls coming together and magnifying their powers and abilities. It's like this synergy, right? That's happening between you and your future spouse that will lead you to victory, that will help you really achieve your goals as a couple and your goals as individuals. Oh my God, I love it. What a great message. I just can't even handle it right now. I'm like so excited for you. And I'm so happy because this sounds really amazing. Like, this sounds like what a lot of people would probably call a true partnership. So y'all know that this is a extended reading, and my amazing, beautiful friend KylinLight did the first part of this extended reading. And so comment down below, like, what were the key message or messages that you got from your love reading with KylinLight? Let me know. Let's see how it links up together. So comment it down below. What did you get out of your reading, like the main idea from KylinLight in part one? Ooh, okay. We have outcome, results, conclusion, ending. You will get a resolution. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's find out more about your marriage with your future spouse. Okay, we have mirroring. And let's get a couple more. We have, oh, beautiful. We have home and, okay. Oh, I feel like these two are like really trying to jump out because they like went all wonky. So we have alone and hesitation. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have outcome, we have home, mirroring and alone hesitation. Okay, so definitely what I'm seeing here, initially, like right out of the gate, is with this alone and hesitation. Again, your union is one of like a partnership, okay? And so this is really emphasizing that you should never really feel like you're truly alone in this partnership, or you should never feel like you're alone in life in general. Like this future spouse of yours, like this is like ride or die stuff right here. It's like through thick and thin, like legit till death do us part, okay? And so you'll never feel alone again in this relationship. There is always going to be someone, your future spouse, and I'm sure other people as well. But for sure, you can always count on your future spouse to have your back, to support and assist you, okay, in whatever capacity that they can. And that has to be, of course, shared with your future spouse too, that you will support them and be there for them through thick and thin till death do you part, ride or die, right? And that's going to be so powerful for what you will achieve together as a couple. And then when you go through your separate endeavors, you'll have that support as well when you need it, okay? Not saying that you'll always need it, but when you need it, you're never alone. With this hesitation, what I'm seeing actually has nothing to do with the script down here. It's, of course, at times, and I feel like this is completely normal, but at times you might feel like, should I share this with my future spouse, or your spouse at the time, right? Like, should I share this with my spouse? Is this something that they need to get involved in? And like maybe I'm asking too much, or maybe they need a rest, and I can't count on them in this thing because they have so much going on, right? Like that type of thoughts, which I think are very common. I know sometimes I feel that way about the people closest to me too. Like I hesitate, okay? I hesitate to reach out to them. And the thing is, that's really going to hinder your relationship. And you know, what I've learned and what I pass on to a lot of my clients when I do my coaching is when you talk to other people, when you share space with other people, like your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, family member, friends, you don't always need to share space with the idea or the intention that they have to help you or solve your problems for you or anything like that. Sometimes it's all just about talking it out loud with people. You know, it's one of the practices that I put in for myself when I call my friends, when I'm feeling down, when I'm facing a problem or a challenge. Like, I think to myself, do I need like actual help or advice with something, or do I just need to think out loud? Do I just need to like word vomit? Do I just need to vocally express my frustration, just get it out of my system so I can move forward, right? And I don't need help in that case. I just need to talk it out. That's it. Like, I don't need anyone's advice. I don't need anyone to do anything for me other than just listen. And so that's what I feel like the tip is here with this hesitation card, okay, is that don't hesitate to lean on your future spouse or to share things with them. Now, mirroring, what I'm definitely sensing from this is just your journeys are very similar, okay? And I feel like that's one of the key elements that support your victories in your individual lives, is that you have experiences that will help the other person kind of achieve what they're going after at that point in time, okay? Like, you have some experience, some wisdom, some insight from the past that can help that person now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if one of the partners wants to start a business, maybe the other person has experience starting a business, or they have resources or friends to help give the entrepreneur that advice and guidance that they need. You know what I'm saying? So it's this mirroring. It's like you're kind of paralleling your journeys, or you can feed off of each other and like bounce back and forth, right? In this very beautiful, harmonious way. We have outcome and home. I feel like this outcome is just highlighting and emphasizing this victory that you will experience repeatedly in your married life, okay? In like all endeavors. Now, this home, this is the part that I think is so beautiful because I feel like with a lot of your successes that you experience individually, you can bring those resources together and have a very beautiful home. I'm really seeing like dream house here, right? That you can have the furniture that you like, the location that you like, the size of the house that you like. All of that will come true for you in your married life. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, hopefully you can invite me over to your house for dinner or something because y'all know I love to eat. And it's really cool to really experience people in their home space, and get really a sense for them by, checking out their decorations and any photos that they have. It's a real treat, I think, anyway. And home is that place where you can kind of escape from the world and feel safe and feel loved and feel relaxed, And I love those energies of any environment that I'm in. So let's get some more information about your married life here. So we have the Four of Coins. Yes. So traditionally, what I'm hearing with the Four of Coins is that security, that safety, but also being able to like save and invest your resources appropriately. So I don't, what I'm getting so far is I'm not really seeing a lot in the way of financial struggles. That's not going to be one of the issues that you face in your relationship. So we have Eight of Wands. So I see a lot of travel together in your marriage, which is amazing. But I'm kind of biased because I love traveling. I love seeing new places. We have Ace of Coins. So lots of new opportunities for income and resources in the physical plane. Okay. So I'm even seeing with this, if you want to build or design your dream home, like that's going to be available to you. Oh my gosh, you know what that reminds me of? I follow this account called Tiny Homes on Instagram, and I just love how creative and ingenuitive, is that a word? I feel like it is. Ingenuitive, like people really are. With their spaces, like, putting drawers underneath each step on a staircase for like storage and how things can fold out and fold up to make space for like living room, dining room, like all that kind of stuff. Oh my God, I love it so much. Tiny homes, such a cool idea. So that those people, they design their own home and it's like so creative, the design and architecture. We have Six of Swords. Okay, again, so this is really, it seems like the challenge in your relationship sometimes is like maybe even feeling like you lean on each other too much, right? And there's this worry that there might even be some kind of codependency. And although that is a possibility, of course, right? You can always have the flip side of any situation. You can experience the negative or the positive. I feel like that's pretty low risk, okay? Because here with this Six of Swords, I really see that you both can benefit from hearing out each other's points of view, okay? And really benefit from communicating with each other regularly and openly and honestly, okay? That's what I feel is coming through here. Oh my gosh. Of course, you want to see the Lover's card when it comes to a reading about marriage. And so I just feel like this is affirming that this marriage, this union is literally destiny. It's literally written in the stars. Like you are 100% going to be soulmates when you, with this person you're marrying. And we have the Devil. So, this I feel like is another warning about this hesitation, okay? The Devil speaks to our personal fears, our insecurities, okay, our worries. And really, you don't have to worry about burdening your future spouse, like maybe somewhere in your past, in other relationships that are romantic or in close friendships or in your childhood. Like maybe you felt like you had to be independent. You had to do things alone. You couldn't rely on other people to support you. That might have been one of your fears or your worries. And that's really not true in this case. Like I said from the get-go, yo, your future spouse, ride or die. This is like I was mentioning, literally your soulmate. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you with this marriage. Let me know what you thought of this reading. If you liked it, please, please, please support this channel and the messages here by liking and sharing this content with others. And if you really enjoyed this information that will help transform your story so you have a happily ever after, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you continue to receive these beautiful messages. I'll see y'all next time. Oh, and don't forget to check out Kylin's video if you haven't yet. The link is below in the description box. Hey there, group 2. Welcome to your extended love and marriage reading. We are going to find out what is married life going to be like with your future spouse. I'm so excited to be doing this reading for you as part 2 of your little sequence. So make sure you check out the video if you haven't yet already on my dear friend KylinLight's channel to get part 1. And if you've checked it out, like, my gosh, comment down below. What did you find out about your love? And what are you looking forward to? Okay, so make sure you let me know what's up. If you haven't seen it yet, the link to watch KylinLight's video is going to be in the description box below. So we're going to open up this reading about your married life with what is going to be that magical component to your marriage, okay? And we have wisdom. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So definitely this type of marriage that you have is one in which you learn from each other, okay? You have a lot to teach each other. What I'm seeing here is that it's like a complement, if you will, of your two personalities. You as two individuals, where one person maybe struggles or is not so talented or skilled, the other person will make up for it, okay? And it kind of like balances out. And where that other person is not so skilled and talented, you will be the one to kind of elevate and take the lead in those aspects, okay? Like, for example, maybe one of you is really good at managing finances and the other person is really good at cooking and creating very nourishing, healthy meals that like taste delicious, you know? And so you can really support each other in that way because, you know, we all need to eat and eat well, and we all need money to pay for our bills and food and all that kind of stuff, right? And so that's what I see as this beautiful complement within your relationship because both of you are wise, but just in different ways, you know? And whatever part is missing, the other person will help teach you and guide you, or at least support your relationship and you as a couple, okay? Oh, that's so beautiful. I love those relationships that are like complementary, you know, where you get to kind of see all sides of people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's super cool when there's a lot of similarities within a couple, but I also feel like at times that can be a bit limiting, right? Like if people constantly agree on everything, have the exact same hobbies, then it's kind of like there's really no variety, you know, and no exploration or adventures into new territories. But that's my personal preference, you know. I realize that some people maybe prefer that type of relationship. Hopefully that's not you, because that's not what I'm seeing in your in your reading. Okay, let's find out another layer to your married life with your future spouse. Oh, okay. So we have twin flames and solitude. Okay, duh, that makes so much sense with the twin flames because twin flames are sort of like opposites in a way, okay? They have this energy where they have differences, and those differences can sometimes create drama for sure, right? Because you're not seeing eye to eye. But you can actually, what's so beautiful about it is you can learn from each other's differences, particularly any differences in opinion, right? It's a great opportunity for learning and kind of seeing the bigger picture here. But regardless, this is a marriage, so obviously there's going to be a lot of romance and love here. We have blessings as well. So, a very blessed union. You're going to be very happy in your future marriage, like, no doubt about that. But the other word that I'm seeing here that actually really is sticking out to me is protection. And so, you are going to be very safe with your future love, okay? Well, future love, but also your future spouse. And and you know, sometimes in a relationship, maybe you feel insecure. Like maybe you feel like, oh my gosh, like my partner is maybe keeping a secret of something, or maybe my partner is getting less attracted to me, or maybe my partner did something and now I can't trust them, right? Or it's gonna be take a while to build back that trust. But I don't really see that kind of stuff happening. I see like feeling very safe here in this relationship, okay? And feeling very secure in the partnership. Like it's almost kind of like you don't have to worry about like, is my partner cheating on me? You know, that kind of vibe. And with this solitude, before I forget, I wanted to touch on that because it links up with this twin flame thing. So being that twin flames, they have a lot of kind of like opposite energy or opposing energy. It's important that both of you do take time to yourselves, have that alone time to reconnect with who you are as an individual and not like who you are in a couple. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely seeing that. Ooh, observe. So with this, I feel like this has nothing to do with the blue box, so don't worry about that. But with this, what I'm seeing is part of that wisdom. Okay, just observing your partner and seeing and appreciating their differences and not really trying to change them. Okay, sometimes when we get deeply involved with somebody and we clash over, you know, something, a topic, a philosophy, whatever, we try to convince the other person to see our point of view and then agree with it and like get on our side. And that's not always going to work in this type of marriage that you have. And it's sort of like accepting each other's differences and being okay to disagree at times. Okay. Oh, well, you got two cards. I was only intending to get one, but you got a bonus. So I have ego and fear. Okay. So definitely I'm seeing this kind of like warning or challenge, which I really love because we have these blessings and we have these challenges, like making sure you get time alone, which might not always be easy to do, observing rather than trying to change things within your partner. And now we have ego and fear, okay? So the message here is the ego is the part of us that knows fear, okay? The ego's job is to protect us from potential harm, potential threats. And so this fear mechanism within our body, within our mind and how it operates is how we protect ourselves, right? Like we fear fire so we don't get burned. We fear things with sharp, big teeth so we don't get chomped up and eaten, right? And that's all thanks to our ego, okay? But here, the caution and the warning is to be able to discern and identify when your ego is taking over, especially when you both disagree on something, okay? Because again, they have their wisdom. Even if you don't agree with their philosophy or their reasoning or whatever, there's still wisdom in what they know. Okay, and it's still worth receiving, not necessarily meaning you have to agree with it and adopt it yourself, but just like respect their opinion, okay? Because your relationship isn't necessarily the type that's gonna be all like complacency, right? It's not gonna be like, oh, they agree with everything you say, they go along with everything you say, or vice versa. They shouldn't expect you to agree with everything they say or go along with whatever they want to do and say that you should do, right? It's not like, this isn't like a boss and an employee kind of relationship. No, this is a love relationship, okay? So don't be afraid to disagree. That doesn't mean you can't love each other. That's the idea there. Oh my gosh, your reading is so, so deep. Are you feeling that? Your reading is so, so deep, and your relationship is very beautiful. You know, it's kind of reminding me of one of my favorite stories. I think I said this before in some other reading. One of my favorite stories is Pride and Prejudice. And if you've seen season 2 of Bridgerton, like that kind of dynamic reminds me of Darcy, and I believe her name's Elizabeth. But they would like butt heads and have like different opinions and ideals over like a lot of things, and most of it was because of miscommunication, I think, honestly. But it was kind of like the story of like enemies or antagonists to lovers, and I think that's like so beautiful personally, right? It's this like overcoming adversity and finding love at the end. That's kind of what it feels like. I feel like this card wants to come out, and so I see that for your relationship, your marriage. We have 2 of Wands. So very passionate again about these 2 different viewpoints on something, and it's okay for them to coexist. See, there's still a castle, there's still this beautiful garden full of flowers, so things can still be very happily ever after and very joyous and loving in your relationship despite having 2 different opinions. Okay, agree to disagree, that kind of idea. Oh, you have the 4 of Swords. Again, that importance of rest, importance of solitude, being able to have your own hobbies and interests separate from your spouse and being able to indulge them, right? And not feel like you have to do everything together. 9 of Coins. So a very stable relationship, stable household as well, okay? 10 of Wands. So what I think is beautiful, what this 10 of Wands is sharing with you, is that there's this opportunity here for you to, again, learn from each other and be humbled by each other's experience and wisdom that they carry, okay? Like maybe for a huge part of your life, you felt one way about a particular topic, and then your spouse really shares a different perspective, and it helps kind of open your eyes, okay? And then you can start to evolve and expand your version of the truth of life, right? The mysteries and truths of life. And you can let the things that really don't fit you anymore go. We have the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Wow. So again, Spirit just wants to reiterate that you will have a happy marriage. Happily ever after, great couple, stable, secure, even though there are these differences in opinions. So don't let that scare you. Don't let that intimidate you. For some of you, I sense that you are very strong-willed and you have very high opinions, and that's beautiful, okay? That's beautiful. But don't let that cross over into arrogance. You know what I'm saying? And same for your partner, all right? So don't be blinded here by ideas and notions. Be more open to receiving new insight, new wisdom, because let's be honest, we only know what we know, right? From our experience in life so far. But there are billions and infinite, actually, ways of living life, and an infinite number of experiences that will shape our opinions and our viewpoints. And there's nothing wrong with like hearing them out, because again, it doesn't mean you have to take it on. So I love this reading for you. It's so beautiful. The link to go to Kylin's video, if you haven't checked it out yet, is down below. So make sure you do that. And also, if you really enjoyed these messages, I would appreciate you supporting this channel by liking this video and sharing it with others. And, if you really enjoy readings that help transform your life story to a happily ever after, then definitely subscribe to this channel, because that's what we're all about here at Transform with Ryan. So I will see y'all again soon. Bye. Aloha, Group 3, and welcome to your reading, Part 2 of this extended reading with the beautiful and delightful KylinLight. In this reading, we are going to find out more about your married life with your future spouse, all right? So let's find out sort of like the key element within your marriage, your union, that's so magical, like the keystone energy, the center integral energy of your union. While I finish shuffling this, let me know if you watched part 1, which is KylinLight's video. Let me know what you got out of that reading. Like, what was the take-home message or the thing that resonated with you the most from KylinLight's reading? Like, comment it down below for me. I'd love to see how these two readings like mingle, you know, how the energies come together. So let's find that key element in your marriage with your future spouse. Beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. And what I'm really seeing with this is that what's so beautiful about your union, your marriage, is that both of you have this beautiful energy about you. So very attractive. I would say both of you are going to be very attractive, but that's just kind of like surface level. Both of you are going to be very healthy as well, okay? Even as you age together, I feel that you're both going to age very gracefully, and you'll have like very, very few health problems, okay? You'll have, what I'm hearing is kind of like, you know, when you go for your annual physical with your doctors, like your doctor's like, oh my gosh, your lab results look beautiful, your blood pressure is amazing and wonderful, you don't have diabetes, we're not worried about like these health problems that commonly affect elderly people, you know, because your body is so healthy and so strong. So I definitely see that as part of the elements of your marriage. And also, I'm really feeling into and sensing that your energies like mix together so beautifully. I'm seeing a lot of harmony in your relationship, right? Like not much discord or arguments or disagreements. Like, I don't really see that. I would say, you know, out of all 3 of these readings, yours would be the most harmonious, okay? Least sort of like arguments kind of thing. I'm not saying that you won't have any, because every relationship totally has arguments and disagreements from time to time, but yours will be very, very few and far between. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. I love that. You know, as a Libra, I do value harmony and balance. I don't like a lot of like chaos and loud voices and yelling and disagreements and anger. Like, that's not really my jam. So this feels like a beautiful way to connect with your spouse, you know, your like partner. So let's get some more information about your married life with your future spouse, okay? What other layers can we look at? So I have this card, I feel, self-worth. I have, oh my gosh, I am gagging. I love that this card showed up in a marriage reading. This is why your relationship has beautiful energy. And the thing is, it's not even like just the two of you will notice it. I feel like all the people around you will notice it. And I would not be surprised in the slightest if some people felt like so jealous of your relationship, because it's just that amazing. I'll come back to the self-worth one in just a moment. Why don't we pull, okay, this one, oh, it disappeared. I guess it didn't want to come out. Let's get a couple more cards here. So we have surrender, and we have offer. Oh my gosh, you have like really amazing cards coming out here. Like, what the heck? So lovely. And 5th dimension. Oh, snap. OMGers. This is sick. So, okay. I am really loving this energy coming through from your reading, group 3. So let's do this. I'm like, there's so much like good stuff. I can't even like, I don't even know where to begin. So we have soulmate, 5th dimension, and offer, okay? So I see that your relationship is very, very spiritual. So we talked about like your physical body, like beauty, health, strength, longevity, vitality, like all those things. But we also talked about your energy, right? Remember that? And we have this 5th dimension and offer here. And so what I'm seeing here is you are both like so in tune with spirit, so in tune with your higher self, your authentic nature. And that's why your relationship is like ridiculously awesome, because you know yourselves. Okay, it's like some people go into relationships like wanting the other person to complete them, and my personal opinion is like that's not how we should go about it, right? And when I coach my clients, even like I always encourage my clients to start from yourself first, and because your reality reflects who you are. So if you want that loving relationship, if you want someone to love you, you have to love yourself, right? So I work on that concept and that idea a lot with my clients, my one-to-one coaching clients. And I feel like you have that leg up over a lot of people in that regard, because you are so in tune with who you are at your core, your mission, your purpose. You love yourself, right? And same for your partner. And so you have this connection that goes beyond just the physical, that goes just beyond reality. Like you are connected in the 5D realm. And that is gorgeous. And we have offer here. And what I see here is that both of you are so giving. All right. Both of you together are so selfless, that it's kind of like you put the other person first and they put you first. And in some beautiful, brilliant way, neither of you are left wanting or feeling need or feeling dissatisfied or unfulfilled, right? Because you're both so giving towards each other and even to other people, right? That you nourish each other. I see that in this dynamic that you have, it doesn't feel like a drain, right? To be around each other. Sometimes in relationships, you can get that way, right? Where it's like the other person kind of drains you when they're going through like a rut. It's kind of hard, right, to be around people when they're really like in the dumps. But I feel like that doesn't happen in your relationship. And that's probably why it's so harmonious and like there's not a lot of arguments, because you're really in tune with each other and each other's needs. Self-worth and surrender. We kind of talked about the self-worth with this self-love, right? I don't feel like there's really much more to expand on that. But this surrender here, I feel what's so brilliant, beautiful about your relationship is, again, you're surrendering your own needs, both of you. And it's so easy for you to kind of like bypass your egos, right? And go beyond the ego's way of thinking and the ego's limitation and really do what's best for you in the long run and what's best for your relationship as well. Wow, did you see what that was? Like your reading just has so much power and energy that the cards are like so jumpy. So that is truly, truly lovely. And I feel like that's the harmony again, because you're both not trying to serve your ego. So if you do those rare instances where you have a different opinion, it's kind of like you both don't feel like you have to prove yourself to the other person and like convince them that they're wrong and you're right. Like that's not even a component of your relationship at all. Okay, the deck is telling me just shuffle and cut it once and feel it out. So we are going to listen to the deck. So you have already the Seven of Wands, the World card. We have Page of Cups. We have the Lovers. We have Two of Swords. And we have Eight of Swords. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting like butterfingers all of a sudden. Okay, so let's see what else we have going on here with your married life, with your future partner, your future spouse. So I want to start here with the World card. And so I feel like as far as your soul's journeys go, it's going to feel very complete, like being in this relationship, this marriage, this union. It's going to feel super duper complete to you. That is like everything in the world is just right. And that it's sort of like something you can check off on your list of things you want to accomplish in your life is this beautiful marriage, okay? Let me know, is that one of the things on your list? Like, great career, beautiful home, loving friends, and check, amazing spouse. Is that like part of your checklist? It's okay if it is. It's okay if it is. And did you notice you also have the Lovers card. And how beautiful is this? Like soulmate plus lovers. This is like what a marriage should be, what a union should be. This is what everybody dreams of, but not everybody gets to have in their lifetime, right? And you have that. I love it. So we have here also, I'm seeing Page of Cups. So what's really beautiful about your marriage is that it's kind of like you both feel eternally young, right? That youthful energy of the page and the chalices with the emotions that are just so exciting, thrilling, joyful, happy, loving, right? All those really good emotions. And it's like you fall in love with each other over and over again. And I think that's so, so beautiful. It kind of makes me think of like, you know, The Notebook and that movie with like Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler where she has amnesia and he has to remind her that they're together, that they love each other like every morning. Like he has that little video that he shows her. I forget what is the name of that. If you know, comment down below. But anyways, that's what your relationship is like. Ah, so cute. I love it. Here, I definitely feel like the message is more about the image, not so much the idea of the Two of Swords. What I see here is this sort of like stillness, this peace and equality within your union, your marriage, because it looks like they're twins and they're in the exact same pose. Like one sword isn't bigger than the other sword. No one is dominating over the other person. It's like this beautiful, brilliant balance here. And both of you are winners in this relationship. Like you are able to straddle both your needs and the needs of the other person, but also as a couple, right? There's this beautiful harmony and balance within your relationship where everyone is winning. Okay, everyone wins. That's what I see with this here. And with this one here, this kind of like blindness that I'm seeing with the red ribbon is not like a bad kind of blindness, but it's kind of like you're blinded by love, right? It's just like the good things and the amazing things that you see in each other and that you provide to each other in the relationship makes you almost blind to any deficiencies or defects within the relationship. You know, like maybe other people in their jealousy or in their own personal opinion, like they critique or judge your relationship or things that you do as a couple, whatever, how you exist together, whatever, like, you know, whatever their judgments are. And it's like you don't see it. You're just blind to it. Like other people are like, oh, why do you live here? Like this place, like you're so far away, or this house is just like so small, so tiny, like whatever. What I feel is very petty, okay? Whatever petty critiques or judgments people have about your married life, it really doesn't faze you, okay? Because you're just literally blissed out. I cannot like gush about your relationship anymore. This is just so delightful. Let me know if you enjoyed it as well. Make sure to like this video and share it with others. I would really appreciate that because it would help this channel grow and share more positive messages with more people, and that would mean a lot to me. And just a reminder for this video, if you haven't watched KylinLight's video yet, part 1 of this extended reading, the link is in the description box below. Go check it out, please. She's wonderful. And, you know, if you really love these types of readings that help transform and encourage your happily ever after to be brought into reality, subscribe to this channel, okay? You don't want to miss out on this amazing content that I put up. All right, I'll see y'all next time.